Precision 2023. Houston Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee is planning to run for mayor of Houston.
She joins a long list of candidates who have already begun campaigning for the November election. KPRC2's Taisha Walker live from the Congresswoman's office in Fifth Ward with how this might impact the race. Taisha?
Ladies and gentlemen, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee has now officially dropped reparations. She will no longer be representing the H.R. 40 bill, which is a bill that would study reparations in order for her to pursue a career as becoming the next mayor of Houston, Texas. Now, mind you, this race for mayor was well underway by the time she decided to jump in. So this is very last minute that she's jumping into the mayoral race in Houston. But if you go back and listen to my previous video concerning the Biden administration and the Democrats' official position on reparations as it currently stands, it makes sense that she abruptly dropped H.R. 40 for her to pursue her desire to become the mayor of Houston, because her assignment, and I want to say that again, her assignment of representing H.R. 40 is over. Her representing H.R. 40 and taking the mantle from John Conyers was not something that she genuinely wanted to do. It's not something that was on her heart to do because she genuinely wanted to fight for reparations for the descendants of American slavery. No, that was her assignment. The Democrats gave her that task and said, this is what you will do until further notice. And once they gave her the notice that we're done with this whole reparations thing, and that we actually need you to move on from Congress so that we can get some new blood in here, she said, okay, I'll do like Karen Bass did in Los Angeles, and I'll go run for mayor of my city. U.S. Representative Sheila Jackson Lee is joining the Houston mayoral race, scrambling the already crowded field. Sheila Jackson Lee wants to come home to be your mayor for the city of Houston, Jackson Lee said at a church event Sunday. I will not be able to do it without each and every one of you. Jackson Lee's comments were live streamed by the church, City Cathedral Church, and shared Monday morning by Urban Reform, a Houston online publication.
As I close, say to you, I hope I've been a humble servant for you for 28 years. Many of you are in my district. Sheila Jackson Lee wants to come home to be your mayor for the city of Houston. Yes. And I will not be able to do it without each and every one of you. I will not be able to do it without each and every one of you. Let the fire start now. Let you turn around in your seat. Let the fire start. The next mayor.
Jackson Lee enters a mayoral contest that is already well underway. The early frontrunner has been Senator John Whitmer, Democrat from Houston, and his competitors include Chris Hollins, the former Harris County clerk, Robert Gallegos, a member of the Houston City Council, Gilbert Garcia, former chairman of the city's Metropolitan Transit Authority, and Amanda Edwards, a former city council member. There has been speculation for months that Jackson Lee could run for mayor. Eyewitness News reached out to Jackson Lee's camp about the bid. In a statement, a representative revealed what led up to her decision. For some time, there has been much positive feedback in Houston about the prospects of Congresswoman Jackson Lee running for mayor of Houston, the statement read. Supporters of Sheila are pleased with her favorable response of broad representation of Houston's diverse communities. To that end, we express the Congresswoman's excitement about making a future formal announcement. Stay tuned. Houston will hear from Sheila. The election is in November, and the seat is open because incumbent Sylvester Turner is term limited. The office is nonpartisan, though Houston is solidly blue, and most of the prominent candidates all identify as Democrats. Jackson Lee has been in Congress since 1995, doing absolutely nothing for Black Americans. She's literally been in Congress almost 30 years, and in a 30-year period, No one can tell you one thing that she has done tangible for Black Americans during her 30-year time in Congress. My apologies for going off on that little bit of a rant. No, that was not part of the article, but they should have added that in this article. But my apologies, I digress. Let me start that over again. Jackson Lee has been in Congress doing nothing since 1995 and established herself as a Democrat icon in Houston. She will not have to give up her congressional seat to run for mayor. So now there appears to be a clear pattern showing up that whenever the Democratic Party is done with their congressmen or women and they want them to move on so that they can get new, younger blood in, what they do is that they'll have them go run for mayor in their respective cities. We saw that with Karen Bass already last year, and now we're seeing this again with Sheila Jackson Lee, as she abruptly, all of a sudden, out of the blue, decides to run for mayor in an already ongoing, very crowded mayoral race in Houston. Like I stated earlier, what does that tell you? It tells you that her assignment of holding up H.R. 40 is finished. Now, whether or not another congressman or woman will be assigned to that, I'm not sure. I'm sure somebody will, but that's yet to be seen. But to be honest with you, I also wouldn't be surprised if in this coming election, they drop the reparations discussion altogether. I really wouldn't be surprised if they did that this time around. But once again, we'll have to wait and see. So with all that being said, that does it for today's video. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification next to the subscribe button so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. All social media links will be pinned in the comment section below. I also have a Telegram group now, so if you have Telegram, make sure to hit the link in the description box below as well as pinned in the comment section to join my Telegram group. And also, please make sure you text tdhiphop to number 33222. That's tdhiphop to number 33222. That way you'll get a text notification whenever I release a new video, but it also serves as an insurance plan for myself, so in case YouTube ever gives me the axe, I'll be able to send you a direct link to where you can find me next. And last but certainly not least, for those of you who have a love and appreciation for the work that I put in on this channel, the #1 way you can show your support is through Patreon. For only $3 a month, that will help put me in position to take TD Hip Hop Media off of YouTube. Remember, the goal is not to grow big on YouTube, but to grow independent of YouTube. And for those of you who have issues with joining Patreon, you can also hit the join button that's next to the subscribe button, and that way you can become an official channel member for as little as $3 a month as well. And lastly, if you haven't already, please make sure you join the emailing list. There is no way that I can go independent of YouTube if I cannot take the audience with me. And the link to that will be pinned in the comment section as well. Thank you for your time, and until the next video, peace.